Everyone, hope everything is going well. Okay. I'm gonna start out with a very messy situation, and it's quite interesting when I say messy. Spiegel brothers are suing Shang Yao, and it says that he lives in Yao lives in California and uses the IG handle Pastor07. Okay, so he lives what in Cali, from my understanding, and they're suing this dude because he first said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna be doing a deal with you, and it's gonna be a 2018 Lionel Messi Panini Room 101 for $300,000 to be delivered in the United States by January of this year." He sold the other card for $1.2 million. All right. So what's crazy about this was that when you have a contract with someone, agreement, written communications, like you can't cancel that contract like that. Okay, I get it. There may be some hurdles. You have trouble securing the card at a certain point, and you could accommodate. And that's what the Spiegel brothers were doing. But still, the guy went behind their back, and from what this lawsuit's saying, and sold it to someone else. That's not the way to do business. This guy was trying to get the card from China, and then he sold it for 1.2 million. Like, dude, this is not right. Not right at all. If what I'm reading is correct. So we shall see how it plays out in the court system, but we'll go from there once I get more information on it. Okay, I'm gonna go to some Charlie Kirk and Coach Co.
Recently, when Hulk Hogan passed away, there was a
talked
massive
about.
spike in sales for his trading card. And the average sale price for his.
All right, sorry about that. So Coach Co did a video on Charlie Kirk. You can listen it from over here.
Happening every time a famous person passes away. Their trading card prices tend to go bonkers. This most recently happened with Charlie Kirk. Prior to him passing away, these 2022 Decision Day trading cards were selling for about $20. After he passed, there's no recorded sales for less than 200.
Okay, so he's talking about cards. I was looking at mainly his other signed items, which were not authenticated by PSA, and it just seems strange that these prices are going so high. And I think some people may be exploiting some of his fans, which is insane. And we've seen some of these stories this week where there's no exit wound out of Charlie Kirk. So whatever story we're hearing through the media, it doesn't add up. So Hanky Panky in the media and the elite, and Hanky Panky in the auctions. Okay? Nothing changes. Hanky Panky everywhere. Charlie Kirk signed MAGA hat with video proof, zero review person, and you're seeing zero review guys towards the top. Could be shield bid. Okay? That's not cool. That's messed up, man. And some people didn't like me talking about this last week. I'm like, look, I look at price action. Like, I don't care, if you agree with him or not. I look at like zero cool items in the past that were shilled. People said, don't talk about it. I'll talk about whatever I want. It's my channel. Another one, zero review person selling a autographed hat for $10,000. Like, this does add up. All right. And, in the next few weeks, I'll probably look at Terapeak to see, hey, look, does this add up? And if you go to some of these sales, like this is a MAGA Doctrine book, like this is what? Zero review. Like, it never ends, man. It never ends. All right, so like Patrick Ryan, and he's talking about I'm gonna go to this because this is another interesting topic. Uncut Cardboard. He's over on Instagram. He has another channel as well, P Ryan Collection. And he's saying conspiracy theory time. Money launderers have moved from Vegas table games to the sports card market. Why is he saying this? Well, there's a know your customer rule for compliance purposes. That is part of the Patriot Act and government regulations. Within these government regulations, you need to show who you are, ID. You need to substantiate your income to say that, hey, look, I've obtained money in legitimate ways. So then these places will have proof that, hey, look, this person's legit. We can deal with you because you're not, you know, some terrorist or whatever, or you're not getting the money through illegal means. And, some people don't like the Patriot Act, but that's the rule that we have. So in Vegas, he was saying that, some people sus- had suspicions that there were money launderers. And now he believes that money is going into high end sports cards. Well, we know they're shady people, so there's always hanky panky going on. But like in the auction house space, some guy told me like he registered at a high end auction house place. They didn't do due diligence on him. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So I'm just looking at that, and that's just a red flag there. It appears that Patrick Ryan believes that there aren't strict internal controls at these auction houses for compliance to know their customers. So you could have these guys balling out with high end cards, and people look the other way. It's negative if you highlight these things. So that's something to note. Now, the other side of the coin, what if cards are just high end cards are naturally going up, and they're naturally going up because of the big beautiful bill, increasing money supply, and if you look at M2 has been going up as well. And you've also had the weaker dollar this year. So that could just be, the non-conspiratorial look. You also see gold, silver, Bitcoin